This is going to be a full breakdown into how I grew my client's videography business from 30K a month to 60K a month in just 90 days. And just this week alone, he's closed over $15,000 in new monthly retainer revenue. Got the iPad here, so let's rip in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Dan. I run a video creative agency here on the Gold Coast in Australia. We currently have around 14, 15, 16 staff with heaps of contractors as well. So I know what I'm talking about, and today we're going to absolutely rip the lid off this one. I want to start off by breaking down where he was before we came on board, and then that part in the middle that people really need to know. I'll lay all that out for you. So the reason I want to start with before is you guys are going to find a lot of similarities between where he was at and where you are currently at right now. So I want to break down everything that we implemented, so hopefully you can have a crack yourself and do the same thing. So before we came on board, he was your standard one-man band. He was doing all the shooting, all the editing, all the business operations, all the growth. It's probably exactly where you are right now. You're just doing fucking everything. And when you get to this point, something has to give. And you go into this up and down cycle that looks like this. It's the feast and famine, all that shit. You already know the lingo. What happens is when you're pumping really hard right here, videos start to slip. You start to edit a bit quicker because you have so many videos on the go. You start to cut corners in your editing because you have so many videos you need to get through. And then because you're doing all this work, you come down to the valley of fucking doom and you go, holy shit, I've got no clients. There's no more work coming next month. I've got to start from zero again. So you put all your energy back into growth, and then you pump up the growth. So you come all the way back up the top again. And you're like, holy shit, I've got all these clients now. I'll just slam myself with more work, more videos, more editing. And the cycle just keeps repeating. You do all the work. And because you're doing all the work, you don't market yourself and you don't reach out to new clients. So you come back into the fucking valley of doom again and go, holy shit, I've got new clients, and so on and so forth. And this was exactly what he was doing. He was making good money. You're at 30K a month. Like, it's nothing to turn your nose up at. Honestly, a really, really solid business. If you're making 30K a month and you're lean and you're profitable, that's pretty good for most people out there. But what he wanted more. He wants to start building a solid business. Exactly what we implemented to get him to 60K a month was just more of the same that he was already doing to get him to 30, which is what I like to call the growth engine. So in the growth engine, you have offer, you have sales, you have results, and you have traffic. For my client, the way he got to 30, so we'll go, just to start off, we'll go from $0 to 30K a month. What did he do? I'll break down his growth engine for you that he took to go from 0 to 30. So up the top, you have offer, you have sales, you have results, and you have traffic. The growth engine. For his offer that took him from 0 to 30, he just had a really, really solid video offer. Just offering videos only. He was targeting the right niche. They have money and the industry is growing. So perfect niche, good video offer, good enough to start. For sales, once you're in an industry for a little long time, you're going to start learning the lingo. You're going to know how they talk. You're going to know what people want. So that's what he did. He had the lingo down pat and he knew what they wanted. So you know what the industry wants, you know how to talk to them. Sales becomes slightly easier. Results. He's a really good videographer. So his videos looked good, which is, if you're going to offer a video offer, your videos should look pretty fucking good. Videos looked good. For traffic, because he's young, he knows IG, knows how to use Instagram, and runs simple paid ads to book meetings, to catch up with clients, to roll them through his video offer. And by doing that, pretty simply go from 0 to 30K. If you just stick to this really good video offer, learn the lingo and pick the right industry to target, deliver good results, good videos on trend, and have a simple traffic strategy, posting on Instagram, running some simple paid ads to book meetings, you can get to 30K a month. No worries. If you want results like this, just go to the description, book a call with me one-on-one, and we'll implement the growth engine for you. Stop fucking around. I know you watch all my shit. So let's break down my client's goal before coming on board with me. Client's goals were very, very simple. He wanted to grow his business. Pretty straightforward. He wanted to create something that was bigger than just him. He said that most people in his area didn't have like a solid business. There was a few freelancers, a few designers and things like that, but no one in his small area really had ever grown, especially at his age, had ever really grown a big business that people can look at and go, hey, this guy's actually running a proper business. He's just not cruising around with a camera. He wanted to build a business that serves him and his lifestyle, not the other way around. So he wants to be able to go away, go travel, do fun things as you should when you're in your 20s, coming into your 30s. You want to go out and travel. You want to go and do fun stuff. He wanted to build a business that serves his lifestyle, not the other way around. You just don't want a high paying job. And the ultimate goal was go from 30K a month to 60K a month. Let's break down that gap in the middle, what we implemented to help him to get there in just 90 days. The first thing we needed to implement before really going hard on his growth engine again was we actually needed to hire someone who can shoot and edit and take some of that pressure off his shoulders of all the delivery work. It's also not a quick fix to hire someone, train them, especially if it's your first hire. It's a lot of mindset work into what goes into actually hiring someone, the financial side of it of, I know you're spending money and it feels like you're wasting money, but it's actually putting more money in your pocket at the end of the day. It's quite simple, but it's not easy. So that's what we had to fix first. We needed to bring someone on board to take care of most of the delivery for him. Because the quicker you can get into the growth role in your business, the faster that you're going to grow. The way to get from 30K a month to 60K a month isn't by just doing more one-off shoots. It's a simple retainer program, so you don't have to start at $0 every single month. So let's build it out. I'll whip out the old growth engine again. In the growth engine, we've got offer, we've got sales, we've got results, and we've got traffic. All right. In the offer section, we built out a simple retainer, video content, social media management, and paid ads. What I like to call the golden retainer. Without ads, your videos are toast. They won't work and your client can't make the connection between video content and money. As long as you're still offering videos for a set price, you won't be able to grow your business to a level that can be sustained without you. So that's all it is in offer. It's content, social media, ads. Super straightforward, simple, but very, very impactful. I'm not going to go to sales just yet because the next most important part of the growth engine is results. You need to build a simple step-by-step delivery roadmap from A to Z of your retainer program. If your client agrees to start at point A, we're going to produce all these deliverables in the middle and they should end up at point Z. Yes, it's going to be a journey in this middle section when they enter at point A and go through this middle transition period before they get their result. But we need to focus on getting the right people in at point A so we know that if they follow a simple process, they're going to end up at point Z. So write out every single step in your delivery roadmap, your whole retainer mapped out so you know if you plug the right person in at point A and they follow this roadmap, they're going to end up at point Z. Once you know you can deliver a repeatable result with your specific roadmap, you can start selling with confidence. So we jump back to our growth engine and in here, we are making A to Z roadmap. A roadmap to get results. And because we can confidently get results now, that makes this part here, sales, even easier. When you're speaking from authority and confidence because you know that your roadmap works, your sales conversations are less about convincing people to work with you and more about you explaining your new system, your new retainer, and how it can help the client achieve the result that they're after. Sitting in front of a potential client with absolute confidence in your product is a very, very powerful thing. Wait. Before you keep going, if you want to work with me one-on-one to implement the growth engine, offer, sales, results, and traffic, go to the description, book a call. I'll help you out. Oh, shit. So in this sales section, it's more about explaining, not convincing. And again, in this sales section, we're looking for the right prospects to enter at point A. We're not selling to everyone. We know our roadmap works. We're just talking to the person in the sales conversation to see if they qualify as the right person to start at point A. And last but not least is traffic, which is where most people think they have a problem. Everyone always says, I don't have enough leads. I'm not getting enough people contact me in order to grow my business. But It's last in here for a reason, because if you don't have the right offer, if you don't generate results, and you don't know how to talk in a sales conversation, no amount of leads is going to fix your business. We could put a burning hot lead in front of you, but if you don't have a good offer, you don't know how to talk to them, and you have no confidence in the result you can generate, that lead isn't hot at all. You're just going to fucking blow it. So that's why it's last in the growth engine. It's the last thing we touch on. The way we made this thing absolutely pump is by a simple book a call funnel. Just running simple paid ads, videos, and statics of how your new retainer system, give it a nice unique name, how this system can help generate your clients the result that they want. And if they want more information, click the link and book a call. That's on the paid ad side. In terms of organic content, there's kind of three main ones I like to use. It's going to be BTS content. So this is you filming behind the scenes of you working with clients, what you're working on, showing people what it actually looks like behind the curtain when you're working with them. The next one is simple case studies. So this is you explaining to your audience that here's someone that's similar to them, this is what we implemented, and this is the result they got. The last one is testimonial, which is your client telling everyone else how good you are, what they implemented, and the results that you got for them. I just cycle those organically on top of your paid ad book a call funnel. And that's pretty much all the traffic that you need. After that, you should have a decent amount of people reaching out to you, especially if you give this offer up here name. If you give it a unique name, ours is called the ecosystem. I've heard accelerators, engines, things like that. If you give it a specific name and start talking about it in your BTS content and in your case study, the ecosystem case study or behind the scenes of the ecosystem program, it just triggers things in people's brain where rather than scrolling past, they might stop for that little bit extra. The results, ladies and gentlemen, the results of implementing this exact growth engine was obviously, like I've said before, from 30K a month all the way to 60K a month in just 90 days. And just through that simple book a call funnel, he's managed to add 15K on top of his retainer program. So say it was at 20K, it's now at 35K, just from that simple traffic section with the book a call funnel. Like I said at the start, a simple retainer with a paid ads component is the single best way to help generate tangible results for your clients. And in return, you're going to get paid handsomely. It is the easiest way to grow your video business. No one can tell me otherwise. If you're interested in working with me one-to-one, go to the description, book a call.